So our initial goal was to protect our campus and create a safer space for reopening in the fall. And everything that we were doing was to achieve that agreed upon mission, right? So we were asked to go after it and we went all in to try to make it happen. As we were making success and starting to feel like we could make progress on this goal, it was of course clear that the learnings and the methods and the technologies and the breakthroughs we were making could hopefully be helpful to others. And we quickly became viewed nationally and internationally as an example of how to reopen as safely as possible. I think one of the most exciting things that happened is we welcomed that position. We really saw this as a chance for us to have impact far beyond our own campus. And we love leverage, right? So one of the coolest things about innovation is, you can discover something in your small little lab, and that discovery can literally change the world. It's an incredibly cool, high leveraged thing that we do when we discover and innovate. And we really wanted to figure out how to leverage that. And again, it was tremendous leadership from campus as well as the university system. President Tim Killeen, in the summer, when we just started to show that we could make some progress, had a meeting with us. He actually called this an Illinois moment in the making and asked us to make it as big as possible. It was a very inspiring discussion. And I think, having that kind of vision and the leadership level and the resource allocation to feel empowered to make it happen, we knew at that point this was going to be much bigger than just our campus. And to share SHIELD with the world. And there are two really important entities that have been created to achieve exactly that. So SHIELD Illinois is a university-run organization that has been stood up, being led by Ron Watkins. Their mission is to share SHIELD across the state. This is happening through partnerships with many universities throughout the state of Illinois, as well as working very hard to try to figure out how can we help with K through 12, many different businesses across the state, government organizations, etc. There's intensive effort, conversation, and infrastructure build that's going on. 7 labs are being built out across the state to be able to run the COVID SHIELD assay. Tremendous number of partnerships in place to help collect samples and get results back. The Safer Illinois app to be used throughout most of those. I think one of the key things we emphasize is that SHIELD is not just a test. It's a testing ecosystem to mitigate spread of COVID-19. And so one of the most important things about our expansion efforts is that it's to expand the whole platform, okay, not just the test access. And so trying to help figure out how to do that across the state with many different communities. SHIELD Illinois is well on its way to achieving that really important goal. The second entity, being led by Bill Jackson, the DPI director, is called SHIELD T3, T3 for Target, Test, and Tell. So again, the concept is to expand the platform, okay, not just the test. And SHIELD T3 has exploded now into a highly impactful national and international resource for the SHIELD platform. So they have formed partnerships with, I think at this point, it's probably up to 20 different universities. I know they've talked to more than 60. I think 15 to 20 of them are either already publicly announced that they're setting up SHIELD for the spring, or hopefully we'll be able to do so soon. This includes the University of Wisconsin, Loyola, Notre Dame. There's a very long list. And this is one of the things we're very proud of and excited about, that other universities could replicate what we've done here and help teach their students and get their research going and help protect their communities against spread. So I think that's going to be hopefully very positive. The SHIELD T3 is also working with businesses to deploy actually at different business communities. The one that's announced publicly is the Bloom Energy Initiative out in California in the Bay Area. And so they've actually built out one of these trailers that the College of Engineering in partnership with Carle Illinois was able to create. That was announced publicly recently. So 10,000 tests per day capacity, many different companies all collectively using that centralized resource so that they can get back to work, right, and do so as safe as possible. There's also been a tremendous international interest. And as I mentioned, New Zealand is one of the kind of shining examples of this. So we've been able to help them validate the test in New Zealand by sending them samples that they were able to replicate all of our results. And they're actually ready to go to deploy the SHIELD platform across New Zealand. And so we're hopeful that they're going to end up being a catalyst for many other countries to be able to do the same thing. And this is a growing list, and it's a very active time, and Shield T3 is increasing to expand its impact factor across the country and the world. And we're trying to do everything we can to help. Obviously, the United States is in a tough spot, and we're committed to doing everything we can. Our vision would be to share Shield across the entire nation. And the recent package, the COVID relief bill that was approved by the Congress and signed, provides a tremendous amount of funding for testing. And so we think by making it possible for local communities to choose to employ the Shield platform as a way to use those resources would be a very exciting way to get this out to the whole country. So these are all of the things we're trying to do. And we, again, as a land-grant institution, we stand ready and able to do all we can to serve the public good. And this seems like a really important opportunity for us to do that.